A few months ago, a friend of mine invited me out to a night on the town. Normally, I would decline, because clubbing isn't really my scene. But on this particular night, my friend was very insistent on me coming. So I conceded. I thought to myself, hey, why not? A night out couldn't hurt. We went out to a few clubs. And at each establishment, I'd have a few drinks, while watching my friend try to pick up women. It was a few hours later, at around 10:25, when I decided to call it a night. As much as I enjoyed watching my friend strike out with the ladies, I could feel myself getting drunk. And in all honesty, I just wanted to sleep. So I ripped my friend away from a woman he was chatting up and told him I'm heading out. On the way home, I decided to take a shortcut that goes through the wooded area next to the main road. I had always felt a little uncomfortable whenever I came near this place. And it didn't help that at this point, the woods were dark. But I convinced myself that all I had to do was suffer through a brief walk in here and I'll be back in my cushy bed soon enough. As I made my way through the woods, every small sound made me uneasy. It felt like someone was following me. But every time I looked back, all I saw was darkness. The last time I looked back, I could see what looked like a person, just standing there. It was too dark to see clearly who it was. But there was definitely someone there. At first I thought, maybe it's just someone using the shortcut through the woods like me. But why was this person just standing there, in the dark? Even though I couldn't see their face, I got the feeling the person was staring directly at me. It was so unusual. So I quickened my pace to get home as fast as possible. At the time, I lived in a block of flats on the east side of town, and my flat was on the first floor. When I arrived, I rushed into the building and straight to my flat. Not long afterward, I heard a knock at my door. I went to the door and looked through the peephole. On the other side of the door was some man dressed in a black hoodie. I knew he was a guy because of his stature. I couldn't see his face, because he had deliberately lowered his head to hide his face. It was very late at night, and I wasn't expecting anyone. So I made no sound, and pretended like no one was home. He just stood there for a while, not moving, just staring at my door. At this point I was on edge. Maybe this is the man who was following me earlier. He was now outside my door. Then I heard 3 clicks. Then another 3 clicks followed. He was trying to open the door. I built up as much courage as I could, grabbed an umbrella that I keep by the door, and prepared to confront him. I opened the door, but he was gone. I looked through the hallway. He was nowhere to be seen. I went back inside and locked the door. In my mind I tried to rationalize what was going on. That's when I noticed it. I spotted him outside my window, on the fire escape. He was just crouching down and staring at me from outside, which completely freaked me out. I was completely frozen in fear. At any moment, I was expecting him to break in and murder me with an axe or something. But he just stood there for a moment, staring at me. Then he just got up, and without saying a word, he descended down the fire escape to the street. I went to the window and stared outside at this creepy man as he disappeared into the night. That night I was so freaked out that I couldn't sleep at all. And I was so convinced that any moment he would come back. But he never did. I was so shaken by this encounter that I moved out of the flat a few days later. To this day, I still don't know who he was or what he wanted from me. So the next time you decide to walk home at night, be on the lookout for creepy strangers.